Yeah, guess I'm on. Hey, how you folks doing? It's been a while since I've done a video, and I want to get back into the video making biz, so to speak, and because there have been a lot of things that have been going on lately. It seems like it's getting easier to do a video, or I do a radio program on the weekends, and here lately it seems to be easier to do a program because the way that current events are occurring is happening at light speed and whatever, and it's crazy, and ever since this year has rolled in, it's just been a crazy year. It really has been. um, Myself, it's no shortage of news stories to really comment on, and sometimes they come so fast, you find yourself falling behind in what's going on, and that's what I've done. I found myself falling behind. It's like, well, do I do this story or do I do that one? And it gets a little difficult to keep up sometimes, but there's some things that have happened of late that I want to talk about. You all heard of this? I'm pretty sure you all heard of this lady named what's her name again? Gwen Berry. She's she's a track and field athlete. Well, I guess field athlete basically, and she is going to the Olympics because she placed third nationally in the hammer throw. And I might be getting a little bit ahead of myself or whatever, but one thing I do not like are these people who go around, these social justice warriors. They go around and they talk about, well, this isn't for black people, and this was done for black people, and America has never been great for black people, and this song right here is not meant for black people and everything. First of all, let me just let you all know something. You don't speak for me. You get out here, you do your virtue signaling and everything, and you act like you speak for all black people. Well, here's one black man you don't speak for, because I'm not part of a monolith. I am an individual. And you all going around here with this virtue signaling, thinking that you speak for all black people, as if one black person's experience is every black person's experience. You all, please stop it. Please stop it. Now I'm not trying to deny whatever you experience or whatever, but your experience is not the same as mine. Okay? In October, I'll be 53 years old. I've never had a major problem with the police. Every time I've been pulled over by the police, it was because I was breaking the law, not because I was black. And no, when I got pulled over by the police officer didn't have his hand on his gun. Okay? He came up, asked me, told me, said, hey, you know why I pulled you over? I said, yeah, I know why. Went there, wrote his ticket or did whatever, boom, boom, boom. It was over. Didn't ask me to get out the car. Didn't didn't get some backup to get a dog to sniff my car or anything like that. And like I said, they didn't tell me to get on the hood of the car and put my hands on there. And see, a lot of this is being fueled by social media and also by the entertainment industry, because you watch these TV programs, and they got to inject a certain little social justice issue into their program and say, yeah, this is what's happening to black people, because this is what happens to black people all the time. And it doesn't. It doesn't. But the very same people, they're silent about black on black crime. And if you mention black on black crime, they say, oh, that's a myth. That's a myth. Well, if me, as you can see, I'm a black man, and I see another black man, and I just go upside his head, crush his skull, steal his wallet, and kick him in the stomach, when I leave, I just committed black on black crime. And for you social justice warriors out there, I call you the apostle of blackness. For those of you all out there who, keep pushing this rhetoric, you do know that way more black people are getting killed by other black people than are getting killed by the police, right? You do understand that, right? You do have some type of critical thinking up there in your brain. But anyway, I was watching this lady, and well, the first thing that struck me about her, and I don't want to sound like I'm being petty or anything, folks. I am not a fan of those big eyelashes. Those fake eyelashes that a lot of women wear. They think it looks good. It doesn't look good. And the fake lipstick and the different colored lipstick and everything, it doesn't look good at all. I mean, if that's her thing, that she can do that, but to me, it doesn't look attractive. But anyway, this young lady, Gwen Berry, she, like I said, she placed third. She got the bronze medal. She qualifies for the Olympics. Let me pull this up. I wish I had one of those screen saving apps and everything. I can't do that right now, but eventually I'll probably do that. But she gets up, and they started playing the national anthem. And I get this from, let's see, this is from Yahoo Sports News. Gwen Berry, White House respond to criticism after her protest at Olympic trials. People, now here's something else. I gotta step this way a little bit. I think she's trying to be the next Colin Kaepernick, and I was never a fan of Colin Kaepernick and what he did in 2006 by kneeling to the national anthem. I have no problem with a person, doing a protest or whatever, and exercising their free speech. But first of all, you're doing it during a national sporting event, and a lot of us, when we watch sports, we want it to be minus the politics. Okay, I don't watch a football game to watch you get political. Okay, when I go to a sports channel or whatever, I don't go there to listen to your politics. I go there to listen to see how bad the New England Patriots beat the Miami Dolphins. Okay? I don't go there for politics. Leave that mess off the field. Okay? But anyway, here it says Gwen Berry, White House respond to criticism after her protest at Olympic trials. Olympian Gwen Berry protested during the national anthem during the Olympic trials on Saturday, when she turned away from the flag on the medal podium and held a t-shirt over her face. On Monday, the White House took notice. Press Secretary Jen Psaki was asked about Berry's protest on Monday by a reporter, and while she said she hasn't spoken with President Joe Biden about it specifically, Psaki defended the hammer thrower's actions. I know Biden is incredibly proud to be an American and has great respect for the anthem and all that it represents, especially for our men and women serving in uniform all around the world, Psaki said. What does this have to do with this young lady? You're talking about the military. We're talking about this young lady disrespecting the flag. Anyway, let me go on further. He would also say, of course, that part of that pride in our country means recognizing there are moments where we as a country haven't lived up to our highest ideals. Okay, we're not perfect. And it means respecting the rights of people granted to them in the Constitution to peacefully protest. She basically danced around the question. That's basically what she did, dance around the question. And they have some quotes from some people on Twitter in this article. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna go past this one on, but it says Berry protested during anthem at Olympic trials. Berry finished third in the hammer throw at the trials on Saturday and qualified for her second Olympics. She took the podium for the medal ceremony as usual after. The national anthem, however, isn't played for every medal ceremony at the trials like it is at the games. The song is instead played just once each day, which took place during Berry's ceremony. Now, let me say something before I go any further. If you live in America, you should pretty much expect to hear the national anthem being played somewhere if you're an American. But anyway, let me go on. Berry, who has protested during the national anthem in the past, then turned away from the American flag and raised a t-shirt that read "activist athlete" over her face. She felt that she was set up. Oh, this is about her. This is all about her. I feel like they did that on purpose, and I was pissed, to be honest, she said. I was thinking about what should I do. Eventually, I just stayed there and just swayed. I put my shirt over my head. It was real disrespectful. A little hypocritical there. I know they did that on purpose, but it'll be all right. I see what's up. Disrespectful. It was disrespecting her? No, I think she was disrespecting the country. She took to Twitter after, too, and got some pictures of her, you know. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be straight up and honest with you. I forgot the name of the two ladies who had gone be ahead of her. The one who won the gold, she broke all kinds of records in the hammer throw, and I think it isn't fair for Gwen Berry to, you know, disrespect the country at this time, because it took away all the attention from the person the attention should have been on, and that was that young lady that won the gold medal and broke all kinds of records in her endeavors. And I think it was very unfair, very selfish, and she wants to talk about being disrespected. She was the one being disrespectful. Berry responds to critics. Naturally, her mood drew plenty of harsh criticism, despite protests during the national anthem having become commonplace across the sports landscape. Berry shared messages and emails she received from critics on Twitter. And once again, they got all these Twitter posts, and she's like, the love keeps coming. People are criticizing her, and she's being sarcastic by saying the love keeps coming. She also responded to Republican critics like Representative Dan Crenshaw, the Republican from Texas, who claimed that athletes who protest like Berry did should be removed from the team completely, and Fox News. Yeah, she should be removed. She should be removed. You don't see people in other countries, when their national anthem is playing, they turn their back on their flag. You don't see that. And some of these countries, they're not totalitarian or anything like that, but you don't see people turning their backs on their country's flag. But she feels like America is such a bad... Well, if America is such a racist and bad country, why are you going to the Olympics? Because you are representing the United States of America in the Olympics. Now, I ain't got no problem if you don't want to go, but you're a contestant for Team USA. But once again, let me go on, because sometimes I go off on a tangent and I'll be here forever. And she says, F you at Fox News. You know, Fox News, they're the ones that do this. You know, like Fox News is responsible for all the hatred that goes on in the world. And she talks about people being obsessed with her and all that. Now, Berry, though, said all of the hate she has received is just proof that people are so focused on patriotism that they can't focus on the root of why she and other athletes are protesting in the first place. What are you protesting? Because I can guarantee you that whatever you're protesting is an empty shot. You don't know what you're protesting. You really don't. And she says here, these comments really show that people in America rally patriotism over basic morality. What morality? What morality is she talking about? Is it moral to disrespect the country that you're supposed to represent in a worldwide gaming event? Even after the murder of George Floyd, oh boy, here we go, and so many others, the commercial statements and phony sentiments regarding Black lives were just a hoax. Okay. I'll tell you what's a hoax is white supremacy in the United States. That's a hoax. And then she now here's her crowning statement right here. This is the one that I took real issue with. She says, "Thank you. I never said I hated this country. People try to put words in my mouth, but they can't. That's why I speak out. I love my people." Let's dissect that statement right there. She said, "I never said I hated this country." You don't have to say it. By you turning your back on the nation's flag while the national anthem is playing, that already shows your hate right there. You don't have to say it. You showed it. You show you hate this country. And she said, people try to put words in my mouth, but they can't. Yeah, because you're probably saying a bunch of nonsense anyway. You know, they can't get no words in. That's why I speak out. I love my people. When she says I love my people, she's not talking about America in general. She's talking about black folks. That's all she's talking about. I love my people. See, once again, she dances around the issue. She gets there. She says, "I love my people." That's her way of saying. That's her way of saying. You see, I love people. No, she's talking about black folks. And be honest with you, I think the girl is a little upset. She might be a little upset that there's two white girls that beat her. Could be, them white supremacists. Somehow, their white supremacy, took over and they were able to beat this young, black, beautiful queen and keep her from getting the gold medal. I kind of think that, I could be wrong. But I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not. But that's the end of the article. And see, it's people like this that get my goat a lot. And they get up there, and once again, they act as if they speak for all of us. We've been going through oppression for 400 years. We haven't been going through oppression for 400 years. And they get up there and say, yeah, I speak for the black folks in this country. And no, you don't. You don't, like I said, you don't speak for me. And you get up here, you do your little virtue signaling and everything. And you think what you're doing is a good thing, and it is not. You don't have a leg to stand on with these issues. All you're yelling at is a specter. That's all you're yelling at. Something that's not even there. And all you're looking for is attention. That's all you're looking for. Because if you weren't looking for attention, you'd be focused on going to the games and representing America like you should. Because you'll see a lot of Americans, black, white, Hispanic, whatever, when they win the gold or whatever and everything, they're going to drape themselves in the American flag. And like I said, if you feel that way about America, then don't go represent us. Because all you're doing, you're just going there to gain attention. Yeah, I did this in America, so when I go to Japan, eyes will be on me. That's all that is. That's all you're doing. So please, athletes, please stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Leave your politics at home. I don't watch a sporting event to see what type of politics I can glean from everybody. Like I said, I watch sporting events because I like to watch competitive situations. I like watching one team against another, And sad to say, I've had to drop my sports. I used to be a big time NFL fan, but after the Washington Redskins got woke last year, and decided to change their name, I'm no longer into sports anymore, because sports has gotten too woke for me. Now, if you still want to watch sports and everything, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just speaking for myself. If you can bypass all that and still watch and get some enjoyment out of the sport, that's fine. You know. But me, it just got to be too much. Even after the Colin Kaepernick thing, I was still watching NFL. But after what this did last year, because we woke, I said, nah. Because I can't. And then you got these black athletes making millions of dollars a year talking about white supremacy, and they trying to keep the black man down. And some people are upset because the national team, that's the basketball team that's going to the Olympics, it's not 100% black. You know, it's mostly black and got a few little white people in there, and they're upset because it's not 100% black. Like, dog. And two, wasn't it some time ago when the basketball team went to the Olympics, it was totally black? Nobody said anything about that. I didn't hear one white person say, "Where are the white people at?" And see, this is the type of stuff that wears down, that just wears down on me. And this is why I lose respect for people like Gwen Berry. First of all, you don't speak for me, and second of all, you're ruining it for everybody. You got young people watching you. What are they going to get from this? And you want to talk about hoaxes? You want to talk about disrespect? But I think the disrespect and the hoax is being perpetuated by people like you, Miss Berry. I'm Vincent E. Brown. I'm signing off. Until the next time, I'll see you on the rebound.